What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Infernape from Pokemon. Let's begin by building out the structure of our character's pose. We're going to start with the side grip of our pencil. Using the flat edge, let's start on the top left side and sketch out a circle. Starting from the very top, just going to lightly work our way around towards the bottom of our circle and then back up towards the top. From the right side of our circle, draw a straight angle line coming down towards the body, and we'll sketch another small circle along the bottom. Now you want to pose our character so that the left knee is on the ground. Let's start from the center of that circle. Start with a straight angle line coming down and out towards the knee, and sketch a small circle around the end of that line. Let's bend the leg going back up towards the heel to right about there. Sketch a small circle on the end. Now from here we're just going to block out the foot. Starting from the right side, angle this down towards the same height as our circle. Draw a straight line coming back in. Now we're going to go back to the center of the body, draw a straight line going out towards the right knee, and we'll draw that same size circle around the end. Now I'm going to bend the right leg coming down towards the bottom of the foot. Starting from the center of the knee, angle this down towards the bottom, and then just draw a straight line going across the bottom of that line. Let's go back up to the top of the body and sketch a circle around the right shoulder, going all the way around and then back in. On the left side of the shoulder, draw a straight line going across the head towards the left to right about there. And I'll draw that same size circle, going all the way around and then back in. Now we're going to pose out the left arm coming down towards the ground. Starting from the center of the shoulder, draw a straight angle line coming down and out towards the elbow. Sketch a small circle on the end. And then from the center of the elbow, draw a straight angle line coming down towards the bottom and then sketch another circle around the hand. Now move over and draw the right arm bent on top of the right leg. Let's start from the center of the shoulder, angle this back towards the elbow, draw that same size circle on the end, and then from the center of the elbow, draw a straight angled line coming across the leg, and it'll draw that same size circle along the bottom for the hand. Now to go back and add a second level of detail to the head. Let's start by adding a guideline coming down the center from top to bottom, and then add a guideline going across from left to right. Now you want to rotate the head so it's facing towards the left. Let's start from the top of that center line. Just going to curve this out, come down, and then back in towards the center. Now you use the center of the circle to help block in the ears. Let's start right in the middle, angle this up and out towards the tip of the left ear, and then from the center, angle this up and out towards the right. From the tip of the left ear, I'm just going to curve this down and then bend that back in towards the center of our circle. Go back up to the top, come in, and then bend that down. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the right ear, coming in and then down towards the middle. Now we're going to roughly block in the volume for the fire on top of the head. Let's start on the inside of the left ear, curve this around, and go up towards the top, and then bend that down. And from here we're just going to bend this back up, and then out. Now I'm going to pull this back in towards the right side of this ear. So just taper it so it gets wider as it comes down, and then bend that in. Let's go back to the center of the body and add the tail. Just going to curve this out, across the arm, and then up, and we'll bend that out towards the end of the tail. Now I'm going to go back and erase some of these guidelines inside the head, but we're going to leave that center curve and that center line. Now that we have the basic pose of our character, we're going to add some volume. Let's start by thickening up the body. We're going to start underneath the head on the right side, curve the body going in, and then down towards that bottom circle. Then going underneath the shoulder, draw a straight angled line, coming down. And then we'll add those points across the waist. From the ends, angle this down and out, and then pull that back in towards the side of that circle. Let's add a few smaller points along the bottom, coming down and in, and then work our way towards the center, coming down and then back up in the middle. Now let's thicken up the left thigh. Starting from the top of the knee, angle this up and in underneath the body. Go to the bottom, angle this up and in. Let's round out the lower torso, go out and down towards the bottom of the right knee. And then from the top of the knee, just going to angle this up and in. Now the right leg's going to get wider as we come down towards the bottom of the foot. Let's start from the inside, come down at an angle, and then bend that down. From the outside, bend this out, and then down. Now I'm going to thicken up the left arm. Starting from the inside of the shoulder, angle this down and out towards the inside of the elbow. Come down with a straight line towards the inside of the hand. Now I'm going to connect the outside of the hand to the outside of the elbow with a curve, going up and then bending that in, and then angle this up underneath the shoulder. Now I'm going to block in that detail on the back of the hand. Starting on the left side, curve this out and up beside the arm, curve this down and then in. Now you want to repeat that process on the right arm, starting from underneath the shoulder, go out towards the bottom of the elbow, then from the inside of the elbow, come down and in towards the inside of the hand. From the outside of the hand, go up towards the outside of the elbow, and then from the top, angle this up in behind the shoulder. Now I'm going to trace the tail along the outside on the top and bottom. So starting from the inside, going in behind the hand. Let's round up the end of the tail. Just follow that curve coming back in towards the side of the body. Now I'm going to go back to the head and add some facial features. From that center point, let's step down, curve the eyelid going out, and then up towards the side of our circle. And from that center point, curve up, and then out. Let's tuck the eyes in underneath the brow. Over on the left side, curve the eye coming down, and then bend that back up. Go over towards the right side, come down towards the same height, and back up towards the top. Let's add that thick brow around the eyes. Starting from the left side, curve out and then up. Curve up and in. I'm just going to bend this down toward that center line. Let's work our way over towards the right. Going up and then out. Wrap this around the eye. And then come down and then in towards the side of the eye. And we'll tuck the muzzle in underneath the eyes. Starting underneath the left eye. Come down towards the bottom of our circle. Round this out. And then just pull that up on the right. Let's go back to the center line. Curve the mouth going out, and then just bend that up. Let's add some fur on the left side of the head. Starting underneath the brow, curve out and then down, come down and then in behind the side of the muzzle. Let's line up the inside over on the right, curve this out and up. I'm just going to curve this up and in towards the top of the ear. Now we're going to add some points along the top of the head for the fur. Starting on top of the left brow, curve this up and out, and pull that back in towards the top of our circle. Let's add another point, going up and out, and we'll pull that in towards the top of that center line. Let's do the same thing over on the right, curving in the opposite direction, going up and out, Bending that in, and we'll add one more. Now I'm going to tuck the pupils in underneath the brow. Over on the left side, I'm going to draw a half oval, coming down and then up. Let's go over towards the right side, coming down and then back up. And now that we have a cleaner image of our drawing, we're going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now at this stage, we're going to go in with the tip of our pencil and start refining our lines. Let's start with the center of the brow. Just going to work our way along the top of the eyelid, going out towards the left. I'm just going to darken up these lines as we go. Just going to add a small highlight circle on the top of the eyes. And trace the iris along the inside, and then darken up the center of the pupil. Now go back and just add a light shade to the outside of the iris, going around that highlight. Now from here, just going to work our way around the side of the brow. Again, just refining the shape as we go. And we'll add two short lines in the center of the head for the nostrils. Now just working our way towards the top of the head, adding those fur points. Now we're just going to trace the inside of the ears. And then now we're just going to add some more shape to the flame. Just adding some points, working our way from left to right. And we'll add a separation across the center of the flame. Again, starting from the left side, top of the head, just working our way across. Now from here, we're just going to move down and start detailing out the shoulders. And we'll add that swirl on the inside, starting from the tip, going all the way around. And the left shoulder is going to get tucked in behind the head. So we'll start with the top edge, and just round out the bottom. Now we're just going to work our way across the left arm, starting with the inside, going out towards the elbow. And yeah, just adding a little bit more shape and definition to the body. And adding that oval on the back of the hand. Now we're going to detail out the fingers. Starting on the right, start with that first finger, just bend around, and then just pull that back up. And then we'll layer the fingers, working our way over towards the left. Just coming down at an angle, and then pulling that up. And we do that 3 times. We're just going to work our way across the right arm. Now we want to do the same thing we did on the left by layering in the fingers, starting with the first finger and then working our way out towards the right. Now going up towards the elbow, we're going to add those 2 points. And bend the arm coming back in behind the shoulder. And just tuck these points in behind the hand. And then we're going to add that detail coming out from the right side of the body, just underneath the arm. And I just want to swirl this around. So we're just going to start out lightly, just blocking this in. And bend that back up. And close off the top. Now once we establish the shape, we'll go back and darken that up. And now working our way down the legs. Start with the top of the thigh, coming down towards the knee. And then we'll add that knee pad going all the way around. Giving a slight bend on the inside. And then work our way along the inside of the leg, going up towards the lower torso. And then we'll tuck the lower leg in behind. Let's add in the first toe, starting with a curve along the bottom. Round up the toe, and then bring that back down. And then we'll layer more toes going over towards the left, starting with the bottom curve, going up and then down. And we'll repeat this, tucking this underneath the leg. Let's add that pad across the right knee, just drawing a circle. And trace that along the inside. Let's add some fur across the bottom of the leg, going in towards the toes. Now from here, we're just going to draw a circle for the outside toe. And then we'll layer 4 more along the inside. And then for the final piece, we're just going to trace out the tail, going out towards the end, and then just working our way back in. And now I want to separate all the different tones by starting with the lightest shade across the back of the hands. And then the knees. And then the lower half of the legs, going out towards the toe. The shade in the body. Working our way across the shoulders. And then the top of the head. I'm also going to shade the inside of the eyes. Now from here it's going to move to a darker shade around the body, starting with the ears and the outside. And then the brow. And then working our way down the arms. Now I'm going to go back and add a light shade to the top half of the flame. Now that we have the various tones in place, we're going to go back and start cleaning this up. I'm just going to add a little bit of a shadow along the bottom edge of the brow. And then just fade that out as you go up. Now as we get closer to the end of our drawing, I'll tighten up my shadows and refine my lines, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Infernape. Now the thing is, if you really want to elevate your drawing skills, you need to keep practicing as often as you can, and this video right here will help you do just that. I draw every single day and I've seen a huge improvement in my techniques and results. Remember to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.